Welcome back to Dadskillz, and today I've managed to buy the cheapest LED panel I can find, and I'm going to convert it to RGB. So yeah, I've been wanting a panel for ages, RGB panel. I found a couple, but they're really expensive. So no one's making these at the moment. So I've been onto the Screwfix website, and I found the cheapest panel I can find. I found this one. There we go. We've got the driver for this panel, but we won't need that. This panel was something like $17.99, something like that. I'll put the picture up of it now. It's not got great reviews because I think the light itself isn't great. This is the back of the panel. That's where you put your driver on, and then you'd obviously connect the other end up to the power. So let's start dismantling this. See what we've got inside. Loads of screws. We may keep that clip for later, or we may not, don't know yet. So let's keep going. Get all these screws out. Break it down. Let's see what's inside. Should be interesting. Right, okay, the big reveal, what's inside. So we've got a sort of frame around the outside, we've got a diffuser, and there we go, we've got our lines of SMDs there really, not LEDs, SMDs more likely. And then we've got the power coming in, and then it goes into like a sort of buzz bar at the top there that separates out the power, distributes the power down all these lines. These are quite interesting actually, they've got their own little diffusers on there, which are a clever little idea. There we go, there you see you've got your main supply at the top supplying to all these LED strips coming down. And so I had a little think at this point whether I rip all that gubbins out of the inside, but there's no point really, because no one's going to see it, so it can all stay in there. So we can get rid of that supply cable, won't need that anymore. And that's what we're going to put in. We're going to put in a very basic GOVEE RGB strip. So the main reason for this panel isn't to go on show. It's not going to actually provide any ornamental light, as it were. I want this for photography or when I'm making a video. When I'm doing this kind of video, really, a top-down type video, it can provide a side light or a light from underneath, and I can place my item on the top there. So got our hole. It wasn't big enough for the LED panel. Had to think about this for a while. I've got something called a cone cutter, but the tin is very thin, and if it caught, it could have distorted it slightly. So I've gone with a pair of old tin snips, and we've cut that shape out. And now from the day job, I've got this gasket type stuff that I can get in there. And that should stop any rubbing of the electric cable or the LED strip that's going to go through there. So there we go. That ended up all right actually. Right, let's get the strip in. So it's a big old panel to fill. It's 600 by 600. Well, I think technically it's something like 595 millimeters by 595. So I started off by going around the outside. Didn't really want to cut it, try and utilise all of it if we can. So I went around the outside, and then I'm just going up and down in between the strips that will no longer work. That's all good. It ended up really well actually. Used a bit of that Mammoth double-sided sticky tape that I use in places, not much though. This GOVEE tape is really rather good at sticking. So let's put it back down, see what we got. All those screws in again. And here she is, let's turn her on. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like I say, it's not an ornamental piece. It's going to be used for various bits of photography and things. So the LED strip isn't quite as diffused as I'd like, but I'm happy with it. So that turned out really well. That should work a treat for what I'm after.
Dadskillz, 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 Dadskillz.
Let me know what you think in the comments below, and also take a look at this video on screen now. I think you'll like it. Catch you later.